morning, everyone. There's Stripe and Marty. I haven't seen Morris out the window yet. I'll have to call for him. There he is. That makes me happy. Hey, Morris. Hi, buddy. Hi, good boy. Come on up and eat. Come on up and eat, sweetheart. Come on. Morris. He goes, nope, I'm down here with my buddies, not coming up this morning, Mom. All right. All right, we can eat over here. Mom doesn't really care. Hi. Hi. There you go. Hi, Marty. Hi, good morning. Good morning. And Stripe's here too. Yay, I can look up again with the camera, and then I can look down. Don went to the street, did his big tree, did a couple of things in that corner over there for me. Everything's not looking all the way dried out yet, so that's good. Still trying to catch up after, you know, the drought conditions. No rain for, God, must have been 3 weeks, and 100-degree, 90-degree temps. And I've been throwing sweet gum balls and pruning back perennial and ferns and watering and filling bird feeders and, you know, the stuff. But it was really nice of Don to say, hey, I'm going to go do a few things too. Before he had his coffee, I didn't ask him to do that. But that was nice. Well, happy Father's Day.
Oh boy,
here's some breakfast, and I've let you sit as much as you've wanted to sit, but you did go outside and do some stuff, but I didn't ask. Yeah, you just kind of kicked in.
I was working before I had my first sip of coffee.
I know, but I didn't ask you to do that. No. I'm trying to let you rest. We're going to put up inflatables and switch out my flags and walk the yard just a little bit, but that's about the main plan today.
Yeah.
So, there's golf.
Yeah, I think it's at 3 o'clock.
What is it?
It's U.S. Open.
U.S. Open, and that's where?
Long Island, Shinnecock.
Okay, not the pretty Masters down in Georgia.
No, that's right.
Okay.
They often have the U.S. Open at Pinehurst also.
Okay, but
it moves around.
But not this year. Okay, Pinehurst being an hour south of us.
That's right.
Give or take.
Yeah.
All right, well, you enjoy it.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Don went down to the mailbox and swapped out my flag. Hey, hey.
Hey.
Thank you. Sad about the flowers down there, though, I bet.
Yeah, there are no flowers at the mailbox.
Yep, the deer ate them. This is a really nice one, too. An eagle, Uncle Sam, a patriotic puppy dog, and we got the windsock and the flags all swapped out, and I put out a couple of red, white, and blue wind spinners. It is very hot, and we are very ready to go back in the house. I really need the deer to leave our yard and stay gone.
Right.
It's not fair.
No.
The doorbell motion sensor deer alarm, aka deer alarm, went off, and I was out the front door so fast, just like Sam was the whole time I was gone. And she was down by the gnome home, and there was a second one down there too, and not the fawn this time, because we saw the mom and the fawn up sort of toward the driveway earlier. Now note, an hour and a half ago, I was out there with the blower all the way down to the mailbox and back. Yep. You would have thought...
The driveway was great.
Yeah, well, part of the reason was I hadn't been done since we've been home. Sure. And sometimes I have to send Dawn out on the unicycle, and I want it to be safe for Dawn. So in the heat, I mean, God, my God, it was horrible out there. It was hot. But I did it anyway. Got a little more exercise. But when I went out there like a crazy woman yelling at the deer, and yes, Don's getting a ribeye steak for dinner. I moved her closer to my plants up by the driveway in the log, and she literally ate one of my yellow flower tall things. Well, last year I had all those pretty yellow flowers out there across the front. Now, it won't kill it, but she's severe. I saw her suck it into her mouth while I'm screaming at her to go away.
Hey, you know it's fancy.
I know it's hard on the animals this year with the drought and all, but please go eat down in the environmental park along the water down there and leave my fancy plants alone up here. There's a lot of damage.
Yes.
And Sam was they've eaten impatiens by the Cybertruck. Yeah. Right there. They had to have been walking on the asphalt to do that.
That's right.
And then there's down across the front, there's a lot of damage. And it's just... And I know before I left, and I know Sam 4 or 5 times a day was out there shooing them away too, because I explained what the doorbell was for.
Right.
And so he hustled on out, and we are all just not happy with the deer.
That's right.
That's just a consequence of our town having no open space anymore, and therefore my yard seems like a good open space.
Right.
It's not. Don went out on the unicycle to make sure they really, really went away. And that'll last for an hour or two, and then they'll be back. Yeah, I looked at and filmed a video of my pitiful plants at the mailbox. You still have to water them, though, because they're not dead. They're just, they've been scalped.
Yeah.
Butchered had the bright idea after I posted today's video. You're a little high there. To figure out the watt hours per mile of our trip.
Oh, right.
And lifetime is 386 and trip was 383. Or it's the other. They're almost identical. Right. That's how close they are. And that was slightly surprising.
Yeah.
But bottom line is the truck is not much more expensive to drive than Ruby.
I agree.
Because Ruby's lifetime is either at 360 or 380 watt hours per mile now.
Right.
So nearly identical also.
Very close, yes.
I was surprised the truck was under 400.
Right.
That was, now you're too low. I got to go in and the setting that it tracks or something. I had something turned off and I got to figure that out again. But anyway, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
But you guys, I'll put that chart up just so you'll get the gist of what that was.
Okay.
I thought it was kind of cool, and I didn't think to do that when we were throwing all the other charts together. And yes, you may eat your steak now.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.